declare frauds without hearing. So Ashmit joins us on the phone line with all of the details. Ashmit?
Well, important to establish the background first. Back in 2016 is when the RBI had come out with the circular. The circular very clearly had provided for very strict criteria depending on which a bank could unilaterally account for a borrower's account could be declared as fraudulent in case of willful default and various other criteria. Now, this was the subject of contention. This was the bone of contention. The borrowers, the aggrieved borrowers, had raised the question before the top court, is that a measure such as this is, number one, unilateral, number two, does not allow for even a hearing, and number three, has grave civil consequences as it leads to the borrower not being able to access credit facilities. And this was the argument raised, and this appears to have struck a chord with the apex court. The Supreme Court, importantly, has passed a two-part order. The Supreme Court has gone ahead and has tweaked that RBI master circular and has added two important aspects. Number one, the Supreme Court has said that it is not comfortable with a unilateral declaration by the bank. Towards that end, it has now said that the banks will necessarily have to give a hearing to the borrower before any action is taken in terms of accounting that particular account, declaring it as a fraud. That's number one. The number two is, and this is equally important, the apex court has held that the bank, before passing any order, will have to develop its reasons, will have to show the reasons why the specific account is being declared as fraudulent. So both these aspects need to be followed, a reasoned order as well as a hearing, and only after that the banks will be able to go ahead and to declare an account as fraud. Now, this will come as a setback to the RBI as well as to the lenders. They have been arguing vociferously before the High Court and before the top court as well that any tweaking of the circular will impact their ability to identify at early stages cases of fraud. So this is something that will hurt them. This is something that will impact them. But the apex court spelling it out very clearly that no declaration of fraud without either a hearing or a reasoned order. Back to you.
Ashmit, thank you very much for that. This is an important development. Let's